I can smell you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Wolverine Guy Kill. Let's do what?
Right up Main Street.
We win this shit.
Oh my god, penetration.
Wolverine Guy Kill. Welcome to the Wolverine Nation.
All right, hello, and welcome into why in the where am I? Why is that a frozen picture? What the hell is going on? I don't understand. Okay. I hear my son. Where am I? That's definitely frozen. Hold, please. What the? Because the camera is definitely on. I just want one day. One day. For this. It is so frozen. Trust me. What you're seeing in that picture is not at all. There. Jesus. I don't know what happened there. You notice how the lighting is totally different and there's a different reflection in the mirror? Okay, great. I just have to fix one other thing. The shit. There. Oh my god. It wasn't the stream that was frozen. It was literally my camera. That was the issue. Aggro, how you doing there, buddy? Reaper, what's up? How are you? I saw that Kabisky was lurking. Appreciate that lurk. He's probably working. My brain, because you're never in frame of the main camera when you're in the side. Right. But and I sat there. I started talking, and in my head, I'm like, something looks weird. And then I was like, God, the lights are really bright. And then it hit me. I'm like, where the fuck am I? I have finally completed my transition into full-on vampire. I cannot be seen in cameras or in mirrors. How is everybody today? Day before Turkey Day. The day before I completely cheat on my non-existent diet. Yeah, no, trust me, I was like, what the heck? Reaper, while I've got you here, when are you coming to my house and how long are you staying? Curious. I'm looking forward to actually seeing you. I read yesterday that essentially, now it's a no-brainer that the Lions are going to go to the playoffs. They would have to have a completely catastrophic turnaround for them to not qualify for the playoffs, along with other things happening in the NFL. But I read yesterday, the earliest they can qualify is not this week. It's actually mathematically impossible for them to qualify this week and clinch a playoff spot. Next week it can happen. They have to win this week and next, and the Commanders have to lose a game. And then they have clinched a playoff spot. It's weird because the NFC North is so competitive right now that they can't clinch their division for a while because the Vikings are still only 1 game back, and the Pack is only 2 games back, and then there's the Bears. But it's pretty cool that we're in that spot. We're in the driver's seat. We control our own destiny. But Jesus, I would love some breathing room. So it is the day before Thanksgiving. It is traditionally, this is the busiest bar night of the year. It's such a random Thanksgiving fact. The day before Thanksgiving is the busiest bar night of the year. And I've never really understood why that screw Thanksgiving. I mean, okay, I am going to cook a delicious turkey. Hey, Thigh Beam, what's up? You lurky?
I
Lurky
can
and
smell
Murky.
you.
Oh, Joe, what's up? 251 Raiders. Hello again, Joe. I literally just left her stream. What's happening, Joe? What's happening, Joe's community? Thanks for sharing your community with me once again and trusting me with them. How you guys all doing today? For those of you that do not know me, I am Wolverine Guy Kev. I am a 47-year-old professional opera singer. I backed on a couple of pounds since the pandemic and I've had some problems keeping it off. We're just starting right now. I'm still drinking my pre-workout here. What's up, Shaolin Tiger? What's happening? And mods, FYI, when I get rated, it will automatically do a video shout out there for everybody. Thank you so much, Shaolin, for that follow. Just because I've done a couple of streams where my mods are all, they have real lives, and which if you ask me, it's bullshit that this is not their first priority here. But thank you so much. Today is back and bicep day. If you were following along the conversation I was having in Joe's stream, hey, Mama Jen, coming in just in time for a 261 person raid. How we doing, babe? That's my wife. That's my sweetie. Real life is bogus. Would rather potato. I am potato. I don't know what that was the combination of, but that's my word now. Potato. I injured I injured my brachialis, which is the muscle right here in the forearm. So you use that a lot when you're doing like hammer curls, not so much regular curls, but hammer curls. And all of the pain is like right in here. Generally, I've got a little bit right here because I think that's overcompensating, but I have taken out a lot of pulling motions out of my workout, and I don't work my biceps right now. I'm giving myself the entire month of November and December off of doing that. Morning meetings went well, taking care of admin stuff before I head to the next clinic. My wife is a freaking rock star, y'all. She like runs 3 clinics. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but she is something else. She is a nurse. She is the mother of my youngest 2, and she's hot. But thanks for coming in and saying hi, sweetie. What the hell was I saying? So today being back day, it's hard to do back without pulling motions. So I still do lat pull downs, I still do deadlifts, I still do rows. I just have to be really careful in how I'm doing it. There's a way to kind of visualize it in your mind where you're not really utilizing this muscle right here. As long as I'm pulling with my elbows, I'm good, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Joe came in and I completely lost track of what was happening. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to finish this pre-workout and we're going to get started. Again, I base most of my workouts, my back workouts around lat pull downs. We're going to do a couple different angles there. So good. And also to my community, If you are not following Joe workouts and you like watching fitness streamers in general, Joe is top notch. Joe is like the OG of fitness streamers. She is absolutely wonderful.
Do it!
She, thank you. She's very genuine. She's very sweet. And she knows her stuff. I actually had a question for her today, and it's rare at this point that I'm just like, I don't think I know. And so she set me straight on what I asked. And you know, I've said this a million times verbatim. For me to follow you on Twitch as a fitness streamer, especially, I only have a couple of rules. One of which is that you know your stuff. Joe knows her shit. Second is you can't be a douchebag. Joe is not a douchebag. Like I said, Joe is an absolute sweetheart. I love watching her. She actually got me kind of motivated to get going. Music Man, what the hell, bro? How are you doing? Good to see you. What's happening? Mama Jen, I don't know if you realize Agro Sicilian is Wolverine Man because he changes his name more often than he changes his underwear. And that is not an exaggeration whatsoever. Coffee is happening. I just loaded up on Stims. Finally on Thanksgiving break. Good. My 8-year-old is on Thanksgiving break now. He's actually, I've got him working on something upstairs. He has to, before December 1st, he has to make a Rube Goldberg machine. For those of you that don't know, a Rube Goldberg machine is an overly complicated device that performs a simple task. Like ridiculously overcomplicated. It's like if you were a kid and you played the game Mousetrap and you had to, you know, you set the marble in motion, the marble hits a hammer, the hammer goes and hits like a lever that shoots something up and blah, 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 you know, or in Back to the Future, the machine that Doc Brown had to make the single ice cube in, it was Back to the Future 3 for his iced tea. It's that kind of a thing. We're not going quite that all out. So we are creating a device that's going to flip a light switch on. It has to have 3 transfers of energy. It has to, or 3 transfers of force, either way. It has to overcome some sort of friction. It has to, at some point, go against gravity, which is going to be the flipping the light switch on. You guys had finished that yet? Well, we haven't had time, really. Like, we've been kind of tackling it like one part of the assignment per day, really. But I got a monkey wrench thrown in that when I found out he was going to his grandma's house for the rest of the week. So now I have to get it done today. And I even said to his grandmother, you know, he's got to have this project done by Monday. So, you know, I'll give you all the stuff for it. I think Doug will have a blast with it because Grandpa has one of those really kind of engineering minds. And she's like, nah, why don't you guys just get it done by Wednesday? Like, okay, we could do that too, I guess. They're the kings of notorious putting up projects till the last minute. Okay, but technically this is not the last minute. Sunday night would be the last minute. I did not know he was going for like the week to his grandmother's. I actually, when I mentioned this to his grandma, she was originally planning on taking him Tuesday, like yesterday night, right after school, and going to keep for the whole week. I'm like, well, here's the project. She goes, maybe you guys just bring him on Thursday. Like, come on, you just got to videotape it. Yeah, I'm notorious for it as well, for procrastinating, for sure. I got to grab my iPad so I can actually read chat. I was playing around. I have an iPhone 16 Pro. I was playing around with that today because I'm trying to get myself back into, you know, doing more content creation and whatnot, because it's not like anyone's hiring. The job market sucks right now. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm home. I've got my Twitch stream. I've got voice lessons. I need to create more content in order to advertise for that. And so I'm trying to figure out how to do that because my setup here is fantastic. I have a top of the line microphone. My cameras are really, really good. PC is decent. It used to be top of the line. That was at the beginning of the pandemic. It is dying a slow death, but still kicking. But it's not mobile. If I'm going to film something, it's got to be down here, and I can't have different angles and everything. So I'm playing around with my iPhone 16, and which to old school people sounds a little I don't know, cheap. But the iPhone cameras are awesome. And the thing they have done with the new Pro cameras, they have these different audio mixes. And I'm telling you, you mess with those and your audio sounds fantastic. I can now feel my eyeballs tingling from the pre-workout. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my gloves on. We're going to do a couple of warm-up sets. I've only got 70 pounds on there. If you guys are looking for workout equipment, just IRL stream from your phone. I thought about it. You got denied a part-time job as a cart attendant. I applied to work as an online order fulfiller at Kroger. So when you go on the app and you say, hey, I would like to pick up all of this, the person that goes to the store and picks up all of that, not even an interview. Just got an email back saying we've gone on to more qualified applicants. I'm sorry, what? I actually have grocery experience. I have a lot of grocery experience. It's from the previous century, but that's not the point. Actually wanting the job, but I was shocked at it. I know, right? No, I'm right there with you. It's the job market is a killer. And I'm like, when I first left Wayne State, I was very picky about where I was applying. That's gone away entirely now, completely. I've applied at the Olive Garden. I applied at one bar in August that I actually got hired at, and it actually cost me money to work there because they were so dead. It was just stupid. Less overqualified experience. I mean, that's fair. I was like Kevin Spacey in American Beauty, where the fast food restaurant, they're like, I don't think you'd fit in here. That was me. All right. Whoa, that is barely any weight whatsoever. Oh, that's only 50 pounds. No wonder. And these are just warm-up sets right now. I am going to put a little more weight on there because that's just ridiculous. You have to leave your multiple degrees off some of these applicants. Shut up. Yeah, the 2.5 master's degrees. Let's be real. I honestly thought about finishing my specialist degree, but there's just no point because they added a bunch of extraneous requirements. At this point in my life, it would make a lot more sense if I was like in my 20s, or maybe even my early 30s. I could see myself going, yeah, I should probably take those classes and learn that stuff specifically. But I am at a point in my career where I'm just like, I need the voice lessons, I need the interpretive experience, I need the mentoring, and I need the stage experience. And my first year in that specialist degree, I got none of that except for the voice lessons. That was it. I didn't get any fucking stage experience. I didn't get any mentoring experience from who I wanted to get it from. Like, I was trying to get coached. I went back so I could take more classes with Martin Katz, and I couldn't get in his class. They won't cast me in the operas because of whatever reason. I don't even know, honestly. So it was, I'm still pretty happy and like very confident in my choice to leave U of M. I thought about going back for my DMA, but I would be in my 50s by the time I graduated with that. DMA is a Doctor of Musical Arts, for those of you that don't know. Time I hear that drum solo in my head, all I picture is the deer falling through the slide. I'm going to do one more warm-up set, and I'm going to actually put some weight on there. Every time that deer, right? I know you're still lurking. That's why you keep chiming in at random parts that catch your attention. How is Ohio? Like, do you guys feel settled in now? If you're not aware, Highbeam and her husband Winterfire, I had to really think about what his screen name was because I barely see him online. Used to live in Michigan, and they have recently transplanted for work reasons down to Ohio, which we make fun of them mercilessly for. Deservedly so, because who the fuck moves to Ohio? Come on. Come on. Nobody does that. Wonderful. So, you guys all remember quite a few weeks ago, my 18-year-old was the university that he goes to, they locked down and canceled classes due to a credible threat from one of the students in the music school. This dude started following me on Instagram, and he just inquired about voice lessons. And now I'm like, I need to think of a tactful way to tell this person no. Fuck no. He just hit me up on Instagram and he emailed me. And I'm just like, that's not happening. I have no interest in working with you whatsoever because I do not work with psychopaths. Call me silly. All right, one more. I'm gonna need to keep this here. I'm gonna go up about 40 pounds. Glorified storage unit. Still can't find things. Body is a wreck. Yeah. Hate the kitchen. Fair. But the commute to and from work is great, except Ohio people are terrified of You know, that's funny because it always seemed to me like the roads were better in Ohio. That's one thing I have to give them. Now, granted, full disclosure, my experience with roads being better in Ohio, including during the snow, is mostly on the turnpike, which is exactly why the turnpike exists. Like, you pay money, so they take better care of the road. To be perfectly frank, I'm one of those people that thinks that I-75 should be a turnpike. I hate them just on principle, but just for the sheer maintenance aspect, I also got to wonder how that affects, like, you know, state taxes. Like, do you still have extra money allocated for road upkeep at that point? But yeah, so this kid, I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to mention the university. As for all I know, he's sitting back, like, you know, with some popcorn, watching this, you know, talking about him. Not the best, but slightly better than Michigan. Not crazy like the potholes here. Yeah, we have like sinkholes here. Which is funny because in my neighborhood, right down the road from me, somebody's road just collapsed like a good 10 feet. Reaper, I think I told you about that. I was out for a walk and I just kind of came to a dead stop and went, what the hell? And the guy, it was right in front of his house. He's just sitting there looking at it like, are you kidding me right now? Oh, Michigan, you mitten-shaped cluster. All right, so this is 110 pounds. Honestly, once you get up to the point where you can lat pull down a human being's weight, a light human being's weight, you're doing pretty good. If I really push myself, I can get 130 up, but with my elbow / brachialis issues, I'm not going to do that. That is not where I want to grip that. There we go. But yeah, this going back to that student, this he's a kid. He was a new student at that university. I assume he can't be much more than 21. That's a big assumption on my part. I really don't know. He looks young, but a friend of mine who's also a professor at that university has known him for a while. They sang in a choir together, which he got kicked out of for the same kind of reasons. Like, my brother in Christ, maybe you're the problem. Anyway, you know, he had made a couple of threats to other students who had outed him for doing exactly what he was accused of doing because they witnessed it. And he's, you know, his Facebook page is just, that is just a whole like bag of angry cats. It's something. And he, you know, talks a lot about being the guy that's going to take out the evil oppressors. And in his view, the oppressors are the ones that got him kicked out of school. He's apparently bringing a lawsuit against the university for targeting him based on his race and sexual orientation, neither of which had anything to do with the fact that he threatened a faculty member. Then tried to say that said faculty member was a predator, and I know the guy. No, he's not. I need to get a boxing speed bag for every time something from the Rocky soundtrack comes on. Whole lot of dude. You know, you've seen his social media, which, by the way, you know, we had talked, and you had said that you thought that he took all of it down. No. He just has multiple social media pages, and I think you were looking at the wrong one. They all look identical. Same profile pic and everything. But they're for different purposes. Like he has a lot of interests. And he does music, obviously. He does theater. He does a couple other things. I don't know. You listen to him, and he is an expert in literally every field. And I'm not saying that to be pejorative at all, because I don't know him. What I do know is that he's nuts. That is my professional opinion. I've seen the messages, I've seen the posts regarding what happened. He clearly has a lot of anger and perhaps even inferiority issues, which is why he lashes out. He also has a victim card that he permanently plays. I was shown the other one, so I have seen it. Yeah, it's all still there. In fact, there's a pinned comment on it. Like, said professor is a predator and physically assaulted me. And if you're gonna lie, at least put the setting in private. He is saying this happened in public in view of tons of students, whom all said, that's not what happened. That's not even close to what happened. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, so enough about Crazy Head. All right, it's my last set of this, and then I'm just going to switch attachments. We're going to do close script with the double D handles. That is their real name. Eight. Yeah. That'll do it. Looking back, when I had to take multiple diction courses for my music degree, you just want to shut up. You are a child. Can't be saying that stuff. When I had to take multiple diction classes for my music degree, I should have pointed at Eddie Vedder and been like, nuh-uh. Nobody has any clue what Eddie Vedder says. Concrete, yeah. And yes, I make this joke every time it comes on, but it boggles my freaking mind. I have no clue what this song is about. None. Except for thoughts arriving like butterflies. It's the only thing I can make out. My youngest last night, he just doesn't ever want to go to bed. He thinks it's the worst. And I don't think it's because he hates sleep. He loves sleep. He slept so hard this morning, he actually wet his bed, which he doesn't normally do. This is my 4-year-old. He was exhausted yesterday, but he just throws a fit. He throws a fit. And now, this past week, forever he was a daddy's boy. He did not want anything to do with anybody but me. And since he has gone to he is autistic. Since he's gone to ABA, he has really kind of opened up to other peers. He's been able to communicate, and you can tell it's made such a difference. Mama and Daddy last night, right? Yeah, going to actually get to sleep the next few days. Not going up to Michigan. Ooh, look at you. But God, this past week he hasn't wanted to sleep for my wife off. Just fights and fights and fights and fights. And a couple days ago, I remember he was just screaming every excuse in the world to get out of laying down with her. And I came up and I was like, "What's wrong, buddy?" He goes, "Daddy." I'm like, all right, let's go snuggle. And he's out in 30 seconds. Last night, he did not want to go to sleep for anybody. He got both of us last night and thought that was the greatest thing in the world and was unconscious in my bed. I'm glad I moved him because of the sheer amount of liquid that poured forth from this child. All right. I don't remember how much I do on this grip, so this is going to be so. Whew. And this is really more of a burnout. I don't think that the double Ds are really that effective on this exercise, but it keeps it working there. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I drop him off at ABA this morning, and I guess the director of the center is kind of her name's Heather. She's wonderful. But his reevaluation is coming up. They do one like every couple months. It is a workout stream. You mind your business. I just did a set. I'm being judged by an 8-year-old right now. I need rest periods for my muscles to grow. And if I don't talk, people get bored. Like, I thought this was a workout stream. That's definitely my child. That was your JoJo, Mama Jen. Do you want to say hi to your mama? Come here. Come here. Hurry, I got to get another set in. God forbid my workout stream. We're standing right here. You're looking in that camera. All right, wait.
Hi.
And he's running back upstairs. You bring numbers, Dreadwing Knight. How are you today? You've never met Dreadwing. Oh, my mic's on upside down. What am I doing? He collects cats. All the cats. Every cat in Genshin Impact. It was over 300. 304. You thought that was going to be your Friday number. It is your Wednesday number. She said, "Love you, buddy." Ugh. It's a little better when I treat that as kind of a hybrid pull-down row. After Friday number could be up to 307. Yes, he has 307 cats in his actual house. It's real life. It has nothing to do with the video game. Hex, what's happening? How are you doing, Hex? Happy day before Thanksgiving. Give my love to Bixie. How are you today? Mama Jen's seeing people she hasn't seen in forever. It's because she doesn't stream anymore. I keep telling her, I'm like, take your camera back. Stream. She just started playing video games again last week. I've been better. I hate November. In a yes, in a game. He has 304. How would you even count? I still don't know how he counts it in the game, much less in real life. November sucks here too. Yeah. You lost your grandmother the 6th, like 20 days ago? Or is that like the anniversary? So I kind of been in a funk. I get it. I'm not moving my camera back. Now, I am more than happy to put that thing right back for you. 20 days ago. I'm so sorry. That's tough. I was, and I should not have done this. So I keep cycling through. I'm great. I'm depressed. I'm great. I'm depressed. And it's not because I'm bipolar or manic depressive. It's just because I'm going through depression and I have good days. And lots of times those good days are they coincide with when I actually sleep. I've been sleeping a whole lot, which apparently, according to my doctor, is due to my meds. So I'm changing my meds. As soon as I told him, he's like, "When did that start?" I'm like, "I don't know, about 2 months ago." He goes, "When did I change your meds?" Like, "I don't know, about 2 months." Oh. Same month I lost my dad. So I have no love of it. No, I get it. I get it. I lost both of my parents a few years ago. I lost both of my parents within 3 months of each other. My dad was in July, I think, and my mom was in October. We're talking about how much November sucks. We are lit. I know, right? And going to the doctor. I love my physician. He worst case scenarios everything because he wants to rule out anything at all. Like I mentioned to him, like he's like, "Your weight went up." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm retaining a little bit more water than normal." He goes, "Really?" And orders a ton of labs. He's like, "We got to check out your autoimmune disease and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "No, I really think I just ate too much pizza the other day. It's carbs and sodium, my man." 2 months to go. What? I don't get it. Okay, but as because I'm not sleeping, it just magnifies like the bad voices, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I feel like crap. And like my head instantly becomes WebMD. I bet I have cancer. Like, who does that? And then because of that, he literally just made it. Oh, that. Okay. No, guys, I'm like, what is it? 10-second Tim or whatever from 51st Dates. Like once I've said it, it's out of my mind. It's gone. It's gone. But like I instantly looked up how old everyone in my family has lived to. I should never have done that because the longest, like my family has all died young, all of them, every single one of them. I think my dad was the oldest. Like what? Oh no, don't ever. I know, right? My grandma was, I think 60 on the dot. My grandpa was 62. My dad was 68. My mom was 65. And I was like, holy shit. And then instantly you're like, well, I only have 13 years left to live. I don't think my dad made it to 70. No, he did. He would have been 70. He would have been 70. He was 69 that year. Because every single person, it was a 6. Um, and the only saving grace of this were my dad's parents. They lived to 80. And I was like, okay, well, there's some hope. It was 2021. Was it 21? I thought it was 20. Well, I can't math, and that's fine. I've never been able to, except for, you know, the part where I excelled at math. So, increasing. I swear to God, I looked at the death certificate and it came out to 60 something. Maybe it was smudged. I didn't quite look, but I don't know. One of these days, this is so dumb. So, there was apparently an insurance payout on a car that my father wrecked years ago that they never collected. It's $300, but it's $300. And I literally just have to do the paperwork and send it in. And I'm so damn lazy. It's like me. Oh, Mama Jen, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate that. I don't know why that didn't go through though. StreamerBot saw it as he died. Well, you know, with my father, with all the shit that happened to him, that man should not have lived past 40. And somehow, the alert didn't go through. That's so weird. But yeah, squish. Thank you so much for the resub, Mama Jen. I appreciate you. Making sure you support me with that $5 of hours that I will only see 250 of. All right, Ken. Now this ain't even gonna see. So these are low rows, and there is no good camera angle for this. So y'all are just gonna deal with me doing these slightly to the bottom of your screen if you can even see me. Dropping shit all over the place. Spending it on 30% of a start. Gotcha. My dad was 46. I feel you. My father, aside from the fact that we know half of his family history. His mom was adopted. We know nothing of her biological family because she was adopted straight off a boat from Ireland. He's had strokes, seizures, hit by a car whilst walking to work, lung collapsed whilst at work, had a couple of major strokes, totaled 2 cars because he had seizures while driving that we didn't know were happening. And was, honest to God, didn't seem still, I mean, even as frail as he was, did not seem all that frail for everything that we knew that had happened to him until like the last year. The strokes and seizures were from the accident, though. You know, you say that, but my grandma had the same thing. So I would counter that we don't actually know. Both of your parents said F you to death multiple times. I know, right? Well, God, how many times with my mom in a nursing home did we call in the entire family to say goodbye and then she was fine the next day? Like, the first 2 times it happened, the nursing home called me. They were crying, apologizing to me. I was totally numb. I'm just like, okay, I've got to process this, blah, blah, blah. I call in the whole family. We all go up to say goodbye to my mom. And then she's like, "What the hell are you guys all doing up here? Like, are you serious right now?" Mama Jen with the beep beep. What? All right. I have no idea how much weight I should be doing with this. I do know, well, that weight is fine. I need to slightly shorten this chain, though. You little flirty, her name was Luna. All right, there we go. Ugh. So these low rows, can you hush, please? I'm so sorry. I know you love this song. Hold on, your favorite part is coming. Thank you, Dreadwing. So I was watching a video. You know, I watch several fitness influencers. JPG Coaching, Reaper, you're very familiar with him, where he was talking about doing rows with this particular attachment. And, you know, the guy was doing them and he was like, lift your chest up. Okay. And I did that. And suddenly I feel this in my lat so much more. So when you're doing this, sit tall, chest up like you're about to sing. Don't hyperextend your lower back, but noble chest on that. And it really activates the lats a lot better. All right, I'm gonna do a quick BRB. Don't go anywhere, y'all. What was the wow from? Was it because of the dun dun? I'm not gonna lie, every time I say dun dun out loud, I think of Netflix just because of our child. Actually, children. Because Cadence does it once in a while too. So, you know when you turn on Netflix and you get the logo, and then it goes dun dun. For a long time, when I would wake up, Joel would get up with me. This is when he was like a baby. Well, he was a toddler. He was like one, maybe two. But probably one, because he wasn't talking a lot. So right. He was constantly asking, dun dun, dun dun, dun dun, and it took me forever. I'm like, you mean Netflix? Because we'd watch Word Party on Netflix, and while he'd steal the yogurt out of my hand that I was having for breakfast. Oh, all right. Chest up. And I just stepped on the chain. I really feel that in my lower lats. Yeah, dun dun. Once in a while, Cadence, like if I say dun dun, he knows what I'm talking about. But he also, like, now he asks for specific shows. Which is great that he knows the names of these different shows now, rather than me just having to guess or have him point. Because he'll ask for Bluey, he'll ask for Grizzy, he'll ask for PJ Masks, which fortunately I like PJ Masks the least out of those three. Grizzy is hysterical. I love Grizzy. I've seen every episode a million times, so that kind of sucks, but I love Grizzy. Bluey is wonderful. Once again, I've seen almost every episode. But at least it's not to make fun of Reaper at all, but we had a lot more limited choices when Reaper was a baby because, you know, technology that didn't exist then. Netflix was still delivered by mail. I wish I was kidding about that. But we were watching Baby Einsteins and Beauty and the Beast on constant repeat back then. I need to get on Amazon and get another one of those tendinitis wraps. I tried looking at a couple different pharmacies. They don't have them, which is disappointing. All right, last set of these. Six, 7, 9, 10. All right. Ooh, that felt good. For sure, going back to work out. Bye. Love you, honey. So, with the injury that I have to my arm right now, again, it's this muscle right here. Well, this muscle, you can see it better here. On this arm, is responsible for this kind of a motion here. And it helps in all of the closing the arm movements. So I have to be really careful what I do on pulling motions. So when I'm doing pull downs, I got to be really careful to not like close my arm much on them. Like I'm not pulling down like this, because that's an issue. With rows, I'm trying to just do that. Curls, I can do bicep curls. I have to keep it light, but I can do them. I'm just not doing them. I cannot do hammer curls. And another thing I found out I can't do, if I have to stabilize my arm in this position, say for instance in a military press, I can't do that. That is actually how I fucked this up even more and decided I had to cut curls out. It was shoulder day and I wasn't even doing a lot of weight. I got this up to here and my right arm's just shaking. I was like, what the heck? And I went to push and it was like this. Like I could not get this arm up. And I got like maybe 3 reps and said nope. But the damage was done at that point because I stupidly tried to push through it. I didn't really know what was going on at the time. It wasn't pain at first. It was just like weakness. And you're like, oh, that's weird. And then it sunk in. I'm like, okay, don't be an idiot. Which unfortunately I tend to do regardless. So that's pretty much it for back workout there. I got my pull downs in, I got my rows in. I'm not gonna deadlift today. I'm gonna do that after the holiday. My deadlift day is normally my second back day of the week. So I am going to be kind, let my child back down in the basement. Because I told him, like, I really need the whole basement. Just go. So that way I can, talk freely. So thank you to everyone that showed up and gave me some motivation to get things done. Thank you, Dreadwing, for coming in and giving me an update on your constantly growing house of cats. And thank you again, Joe. I know you're probably not watching at this point, but thanks again for bringing your community here. I always appreciate raids, even if it's just one person. Joe was 260 of those persons, which is just, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So I will not be back tomorrow for obvious reasons, because I got a 14-pound bird to cook. But I'll be back Friday, Black Friday. And thanks for getting that shout out to Joe too. I appreciate that. Again, go there, it's up there. Sorry, the camera's reversed. Go follow Joe Workouts if you have not already. Again, she's wonderful. She's very, very knowledgeable. Her and Limitless Fitness are probably my two favorite fitness streamers on Twitch, on the entirety of Twitch. They're just super nice. They have wonderful communities. They know what they're talking about, and they're very, very welcoming. So please, click directly, High Beam with her shout out. There is a link there, and it's in the it's also in the bots wherever your chat window is. I don't know why I'm pointing to it. Go to her stream, give her a follow, and check her out. Tell her I sent you. Seriously, she's got a great stream. You guys all have a wonderful day. And let me just check something real quick. Let's see who that is. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're going to call it a stream there. I'll be back Friday. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Later, nerds.